I don't think Mharona Norwa Horwa Kwasakarwa Biruri Rwa Kirahigura. The last layer Imbaho Kargayo can Nebioma Kargayo. And as I speak, Ebia Jireyo, Pigum Yad. Kandebia Vishundi Chimwe, Kitaka, there is no way one would have carried the soil to the yard. Then, Mr. Speaker, on know exactly what was repaired. I request my engineer, Hilary Mujisha, who is here with us, through you, that he gives clarification.
You are town clerk.
Town clerk.
Town clerk, Okwimuka, confirm exactly. If you maybe because to Kakora minute to Ajirangu, if you ma you never did Haria. If you Katete Karugangama Akatinwako. Then to get to run the centers in is there as a Artindo or which they will. So confirm to us. Maybe into video, Ninga to video as a town clerk.
Mr. Speaker, ninja kushaba engineer naja kugamba ha technical specifications of rehabilitation of the bridge. But on the issue of the bioma, which were removed some time back, ya akatendo kabeka turaho kakuru Katete Bridge, those machines, those the methods of wakazihayo, my team handed them over. They were put in the not the yard here, Kamukuzi. And they were assigned for by the security guards to make sure that they remain intact. Unfortunately, sometime in December or November, when we went to check, actually when we wanted to see if we can use them on Kakyebezi, we actually found that those things had been stolen. Yes. So, we have instructed the owners of the farm that guides us to replace those items because they were under their guard. The engineer, Mr. Speaker, you allow me to ask the engineer to explain on the technicalities of the bridge.
Mr. Speaker and Honorable Councillors, please allow me to present the report from Executive Committee on the achievements, challenges in this financial year. Local revenue performance. Mr. Speaker, the current local revenue collection stands at 3.8 billion as per 20th January 25, making 38% of the budgeted 10.1. All efforts are underway to intensify collection in the remaining months, especially trade license and property rates enforcement. Issues of demand notice have been given out for Katete Ward and some other areas, and it had been suspended because of the issues of bridge breakdown. Those people were affected badly as far as income is concerned, and for that matter, during that period we did not issue out the demand notes for money, but we have done it this time because the bridge is now passable. Follow-up of unpaid local service tax from institutions is also underway. The committee recommends to intensify and facilitate field staff to be able to collect the balance both at the division level and at the center. Local revenue sharing. Mr. Speaker, the division's local revenue budget financial year 24-25 totals 4.9, and by the end of December 2024, we had disbursed to them a total of 2.4. That is 51% of that amount, and 75% of the total cumulative collection, that is of 3.3 mentioned above. Mr. Speaker, national assessment. This was successfully conducted from 27th to 29th of November 2024, and the staff were fully committed to the exercise. We expect good results from the exercise. Katete Bridge. Mr. Speaker, repairs on Katete, repair works were completed, and this is a typing error because we did not commission it. But when we went there, we said we give a trial. Towards the last inspection, we give a trial for use, for the population to use. The population in Katete is now using it, despite cases of vandalism that have been registered. They have been tampered with the barrier twice, and the victims have been arrested, and their cars also have been impounded to police. This Katete Bridge, as you mentioned even in your communication, Mr. Speaker, people are looking at those barriers, as you may call them, as barriers and barriers for their business. And others also are using it politically. Maybe that's what I hear, because Katete Bridge has become Katete Bridge. I have been, I think, interrogated, and some other people from CID over the same, the Katete Bridge. But the good thing and the beauty is that the bridge is being used by the people of Katete, and they are working. Demarcation of cemetery land. Mr. Speaker, land has been demarcated in Mbarara City South Division by the fiscal planning team at the Kakyebezi. The committee recommends that this also be done in North Division by the fiscal planning committee. Mpox outbreak. Mr. Speaker, sensitization meetings are being carried out at different levels to raise awareness about the disease, since it is proving to be very serious. However, the city has no budget provision for Mpox activities. That is proving to be a challenge for all those planned activities. Disposal of obsolete items. Mr. Speaker, a team composed of technical officers from Ministry of Works, Lands was constituted to conduct an assessment of obsolete items for disposal. The committee recommends that the attached board of survey report be approved for the disposal process to continue. The attachment is at the end. Project progress. Mr. Speaker, there are a number of projects that are ongoing. Shamba Health Center 3, Health Center 2 to health, to be upgraded into Health Center 3. Contractor has possessed the site, but no physical progress yet. Construction of OPD and maternity block at Nyakaji Health Center 3 in final finishes. Plastering and fixing windows are ongoing. Mr. Speaker, BOQs are being prepared in engineering. In BOQs preparation, engineering department is currently working on them for different projects, of which some of them are on the upgrading of Canada Hendechere Road, extra works for completion of Remba Road, solar street lighting on Remba Road, Victor Wana and Yuna roads, and even supervision costs. Mr. Speaker, completion of materials laboratory and modification of engineering block. Contract expired and awaiting new procurement. Street light maintenance on Masaka Road, this project is awaiting new procurement. Purchase of vibro roller, it is under procurement process. Modification of garbage truck into dump truck. Ministry of Local Government has not yet responded to the city's request on this matter. Actually, we are having this one as a very big challenge now. Emergency works on Ichitebe Road. Mr. Speaker, part of Ichitebe Road has been in a sorry state for some time amidst the challenge of Katete Bridge. The committee recommends that the procurement and disposal unit should expedite the procurement process and ensure they finish by the end of the third week of January. Katete Bridge repairs. Mr. Speaker, we used 366 million on rehabilitation of Katete Bridge. The committee recommended that the balance of 134 million and all the old materials from Katete Bridge be used to repair Katete Bridge for footage. We have actually, the engineering department has written to Ministry of Works for permission, and we are waiting for the feedback from the Ministry of Works. Work plan for made extra funds. Mr. Speaker, we made some savings from multiplex and other balances on USMED, totaling to 4.27. The committee recommended that the funds be spent as below. Upgrading of Canada Hendechere Road, 400 meters, at a cost of 1.6. Extra works for completion of Remba Road, 1.3. This is assorted. Solar street lighting on Remba Roads, 0.99. Victor Wana links and Yunra roads at a cost of 702. Supervision costs, which is that one. The committee recommends that the designs for Hendechere Road be made immediately to start on the works. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude the executive report, it's true, the City Town Clerk, Mr. Averele Ase, was transferred from here to Mbale, and the new City Town Clerk, Madame Justin, the next name I have not yet gotten it. Baleche Justin is the one that is going to come here, and the handover will be next week, Tuesday. Mr. Speaker, I beg that this report be received for discussion and adoption.
Odga murimbarra ninga notekateka kwijo murimbarra abaling suits beno buraro bw'amaani munonga kandi benene bitanda birungi tibakakoma buraro benene bala nungi bozirime cyo kumye cya buri muringo bene na hotelo halimu emere y'ekiraguju nangwa n'ekijungu kandi orende emere yo kutwara waba baling suits naco barakikora eco mujungu ari kweta ngo ni take away bene na sauna na steam ogesro na massage basa kubura bayikira kugira ngo akoboherezobwe parking yabo ne yamani munonga kandi nimpango ebyo kwerinda byabo biri guruguru munonga kandi abaling suits barashango mu rurembo rwambara omuri Katete waruga parking ya bodaboda ya St Mary's ori kwenda kubuking orabasa kurabera namba ze smage 079 kaga na mwenda kandi orabasa kugamba na director wa link suits ori kurabera namba ze smage 0 kaga nemwe 559 ogesero ne ya 0 kaga nemwe 559 twena katurukangira link suits kugira ngo tutungo buhereza burungi.
The first clarification is that the actual money is 4,725,314,986. This money is for UCMID and the totals are there. When you look at the total amount of money this city received over a period of 5 years is 63,572,988,627 shillings. Now, when you look at funds that was received as a supplementary in financial year 2023-2024 is 4,339,553,996. When you add the UCMID funds that have been received this financial year, 2024-2025, is 2,838,675,000. Mr. Speaker, we have savings on the contract for Victor Wana, Garrett and Stanley Roads, which, as you are all aware, was undertaken by Markplex Limited in a joint venture with the TACO. The savings on that contract is 1,971,168,103. We also have savings on roads for Lower Satura Road, Chamugorani Road, Municipal Access Road, Mosque Road, and the Rohara Roads. These roads were undertaken, the construction was undertaken by SICO, and the savings on those roads is 948,201,535. We have rescoping of street lights on the Waremba Road, which is 120 million. And now, the total, when you add all of this, it gives you 73 billion 780,587,269. Now,
This is on savings.
no, the total amount the council has
Allocated.
has received under this. There are commitments since the project began in financial 2019-2020. The outstanding commitments, all together, this also includes the amount of money that has already been paid. It is 69 billions, 505 millions, 272,275 shillings. Now, when you subtract 69 million from 73, that's when you get the 4.2 billions. I wanted to clarify on how we arrived at that figure. Now, having clarified that, the
This is Tere Jumur Nyakwe. Izi ne sente miliyoni eshanu na muka n'eshatu. Billions eshanu n'eshatu.
now the planning committee and the executive committee, we have planned how the above money spent. One, on extra works on the Waremba Road, which is under construction, of 1.3 billion 950, 1,395 million 123,583. Then upgrading of Ndahendechere Road, part of it 400 meters, 1,638,794,280. Provision of solar street lights on all of these roads that are going to be upgraded, including also those especially that were constructed under the presidential bridge, 702 million. Then supervision of these works planned for 538 million. Mr. Speaker, sir, all of this money is still intact, hasn't been spent. The second issue is on the explanation on the ruling of arbitration process between Mbara City Council and MODJ Technologies Limited. Honorable members of this council, MODJ. Now, in my view, there is no dispute, but there is a procedural matter to be sorted out. Because when in the first place, the procurement process was about to be concluded, one of the bidders, who is Mbara City Truck Owners and Roaders Association, petitioned my office, and after not getting satisfied with my decision, they appealed to the PPDA tribunal in Kampala, and the PPDA tribunal actually overturned our decision. In other words, after seeing, and they ordered that we evaluate that procurement. Because the evaluation committee and the control generally asked, we had the error somewhere. The process of re-evaluation was made, the bidding was done. Still, when we put on notice board the best evaluated bidder, still there came out an administrative review. And these procedures are provided for by the law. We evaluated what actually the evaluation committee had done, and actually found that they had made some mistakes. And I wrote to the PDU to again review their report and resubmit to the contracts committee, which hasn't been concluded. Now, there was a matter that came up that the truck owners and loaders, I think it was implied that 80 million is going. Now, the tribunal had over either decided or whatever. But the issue why they went back to the tribunal was that we had delayed to re-evaluate. Because the tribunal had given us 10 days within which to do the evaluation and conclude the procurement. Good enough, we had complied. So we defended counsel, and we are hopeful that the ruling is going to be very positive. Number 6, clarification on speed rights on mechanism speed. Mr. Speaker, it is true that we awarded a contract last financial year to Ministage Point Engineering Solutions Limited at the total cost of 99 million 218 17. But even before we could pay these rights, we found that they were not working as per the specifications. We therefore corrected the payment. We never paid for that. We even gave him instructions, because since even had a defect liability period, we gave him a written instruction that please replace and put the batteries over the standard which were in the BOQs, because he had to put batteries which were not specified in the BOQs, and that's why the rates were not working. And because that work had a defect liability period, we said, please correct this issue. Unfortunately, he has not done it. And my view is that once the defect liability period ends, council is at liberty to retender this work and still have the work rights on mechanism speed restored the functional mode. Issues of interdiction of staff. One thing that something that makes a case in this matter. And normally when these things are being spoken, I think there should also be some balance. As much as, yes, this one wanted to steal 1 billion, but maybe he saved the council 2 billion. I therefore want to inform you that as we were in the Kampala battling the arbitration by MOBJ, there was also a similar adjudication process by married